And welcome along and welcome back to Six Ashes. It is day 4, it's still mid-spring, and yeah, we're looking to over double our money today. We've got 14,635, and what's come up is this. We have a potato sowing contract in field 43, absolutely perfect. 23,369 will probably cost us about 12,000 to do it. Should mean we end up with 26,000, which is brilliant. That is going to get us very, very close to being able to set up our farm. So, I think that we should get this purchased. Get this borrowed. So we'll borrow these items and head back, and we've got our sower here and our Massey Ferguson 7722. Seems all of our contracts so far have been either in this Massey or in the Big Steyr. They're kind of our signature tractors on here so far. The other thing we need is we're going to need a pallet of seeding potatoes. Now these, I think we're going to need a couple of these. It holds 2,900 litres, I think. So we need a couple of these to fill up our seeder. And this is where the real cost for this contract is going to be. These seed potatoes are going to be what we have to come back to the shop for again and again in order to get them. So yeah, it's all about how quickly we can get this in and how effectively we can get this in. To use the least potatoes we can. So let's see if we can refill with those ones first. Once we've refilled with those, we'll back this up to the other one. We've got some, what is it we've got left over from the last time? That is canola. So yeah, we're left over with a pallet of canola. So when we eventually get our farm, it will probably be a case of storing that over there as well. This takes 8,220 litres of seed potatoes, I've just noticed. This is the bigger planter. Oh, that's good. Well, what we can do then is we can grab, I think we want to grab 2 more of these. So while this is refilling, let's grab a couple more pallets of seed potatoes. Where are they? Over here. Yep. So that we don't have to come back here quite so soon. It'll be rather worrying if we end up using all 4 pallets here. I'm expecting to. I will admit I am expecting to. We will see how far this goes and how far this works. But I am expecting to have to refill even with this much. Now I'm not going to put any. I think it's liquid fertilizer this takes. We're not going to do any of that. We normally, if we were doing our own potatoes, we would, but I don't think it's necessary for these. But this should work pretty well. Just one more crate to go. Pull this forward and load that up as well. And there we go, 8,220 litres of potatoes, leaving a few. How much has still got left in that? Will it tell me? No, I can't tell at the moment. A few. So we're going to head down to field 43, I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, field 43, which is down the bottom here, down just the other side of the crossroads. So out of here, avoiding the cars. Let's get our beacons on, and yeah, we're going to head down and get this planting started. Entrance to field 43 is just here. No gates on this, which is quite good. In, and we want to get this going here. So unfold this. Back here. Okay. Really like some GPS on here, but this should run about 270, I think. So we should be able to run straight across the field. Let's turn it on, drop it down, away we go. There we are. Nice straight lines. And what we're going to do is we will come back in a bit and we'll see exactly how well we're doing here with this. See if we've got... see if we're tracking better or worse in the completion. If we're doing as well as the completion, we should be able to get away with even just that little bit of top up of those potatoes back at the shop would do us. But I'm expecting this to require more potatoes than we've got in here. So we'll keep an eye on it and we'll see how we do. So we're about halfway through the field at this point, halfway through the contract. We are not doing too badly. We've got 39% of our seed potatoes left. So we are going to have to refill. On the plus side, that does mean we've got about 10% discrepancy. So we're going to need about 800 litres of seed potatoes in order to complete this. Go back a little bit further. I don't know how many we've got. I haven't worked it out. What we have 2,100 times 4. So I reckon we've only got about half the potatoes we need sitting back at the shop. As a result, that means we are going to have to buy another crate. But as I was mentioning last time, and it was a question that actually came up in the comments, why am I returning seeders with seed in them? Am I a bit flush with money for that? No, in fact, completely the opposite. At the end of a contract, if you return a seeder with seed in it, you'll get refunded for any seed that is in that seeder. So it's a way of me getting money back for stuff that I haven't used, is to return it. So basically, when we finish this, any potatoes I have left over will be in this seeder and I'll return it and I'll get that money back. That means that we should be heading for around about 29,000 from, well, what, we're on 9,023. No, we should be over 30,000. If we pass 30,000 today, that means next video we will be buying the farm, or we will be leasing the farm, sorry. We won't be buying it. And from that point we can start getting on with doing horses and getting money in that way. We can start cutting and making hay, and basically we will still have to do some contracts to earn some money because it will still be our quickest way. But we will be able to start making money off here from this. And I can't remember if I think the BGA is something we might have to buy. It's not overly expensive, but it is something we'll still have to pay for. So the idea is to try and make some money fairly quickly using the horses, and that's why we're going with horses. Horses are a daily income in seasons as opposed to all the other animals, which you have to run them for much longer. The worst is the cows. In order to make money off the milk from the cows, you have to run them for a year first. So unless you've got a well-established farm, very, very difficult to make money off cows. Outside of doing beef cows. I mean, beef cows you can make money in about 6 months. But yeah, dairy cows, you've got to give it about a year before you start making any serious money off them. So that's why I'm not looking to pursue cows on here, because we need to make money quickly, and horses are going to be the best way for us to do that. And if we get the right horses, then we'll make a lot of money very, very quickly, which will be great for us for getting set up and getting moving. But yeah, we'll see where we are at the end of this. I think we're going to be where we want to be. And I always said in here that doing a potato contract, as soon as we had a potato planting contract to go, then we'd take it and we'd make the money from it. And this is why, because we are going to make a lot of it. We're down to 7% with about 30% to go. This gap has just been widening and widening. It's gone further and further positively. I think we've probably got enough to do one row back, and then we're going to have to go fill up from fill up at the shop. I'm hoping one more crate is going to be enough to do it. At this point, that's quite a sizable amount that we still need to do with this field. I'm pretty surprised that it's widened from earlier of having a much smaller gap between these two to having a much wider one. And it's not like I've been doing a massive overlap or anything. If anything, I've been leaving a few little gaps throughout the field, hoping that it's not going to affect our overall ability to complete this. But at the same time, I'm amazed. I expected us to do a lot better with this, and to have a much smaller gap. We are down to 3% at this point. Is this going to make it to the end of here? I'm not sure it is. Let's see. We're at 74%, so hopefully a quarter. Well, just over one more thing of seed potatoes should do it. I might buy 2 just to make sure that we can make it all the way out. It's gonna be close to getting to this end, but we're not quite gonna make it. There we go. 0. Folder up. And let's take this back up to the shop and get this reloaded. I think it's going to be our best bet. So out the field we go and back to the shop. And here we are back down to the shop. I want to get this reversed into here so that we can grab these and hopefully grab some more. So yeah, we want, as I said, 2 more to go. Let's see how much we've got in here as well. So while we're loading that up, let's buy 2 more pallets of seed potatoes. This should be overkill, and I'll be really unhappy if it isn't, but this is really just to stop me from having to come up to the shop again. Other than, well, no, in fact, we shouldn't leave any up here doing this. Burst this up. There we go. And let's load up. There we go. 53% full. If that isn't enough for us to be able to finish this field, I will be massively surprised. We only have about 25% of the contract to complete, and then we'll be good. So we're going to take this back down there and get this done. There is something I want to mention on the way back though, so we're going to go back a little bit down here because I think that the field down here, field 52, is a really great start from scratch field. Absolutely fantastic start from scratch field down here. So if we have a look here, right here you've got this barn here. I think that's attached to this. Yeah, we've got 25% to go, as I was saying. So field 52, it would be if it wasn't part of this massive, but that is a farm essentially. So there is a farm to purchase there for nearly $500,000. But yeah, so I thought that field might be available. So no, it really is sold as a farm. I like that a lot. That is one of the things I do love about GT's maps. Is that they have this thing of some individual fields and some multiple fields that you just means that you have options. But I thought that was well, it would be a good start from scratch actually. 465,000 would leave you enough money to rent some equipment to then farm that. I think that's probably the way to go. Is yeah, rent the equipment to farm it, and you're laughing. Right, let's get ourselves lined up here. Drop it down, start it up, and away we go. And that should mean that we very quickly finish off this field now. Coming up to the end of the main body of the field, and we still have 1,554 litres of potatoes left. So, how far have we got to go? You're in 96%, so another 4%. So we're going to have to do the headlands to complete this. But we are well within that second box of seed potatoes at this point. So we are going to have to do the headlands. We are going to have to get those included. But we've left wide enough ones that should be fairly easy. There we go. And just the 4% should be covered by what we have left. Otherwise, we're going to have to go and clear up some small spaces. We have a few small spaces, mainly down the, well, there's a few in the middle, but mostly down the lower side of the field that we can clean up. This at the moment seems to be going pretty well. Yeah, 97%. So 1% up here. We should do about 2% up this side here, and then that will complete the field. Getting back to the gate. I think we have enough potatoes, but I mean, it just really goes to show that this takes far more potatoes to do this kind of contract, and it's why these contracts pay so well and cost so little to hire the equipment, because you end up spending all the money on the seeds. I'm just trying to see how quickly that's going down. It goes down a lot quicker when you're not seeding over stuff you've already seeded. So I'm kind of guessing that yeah, the amount it takes really is dependent on how much you're doing. Which is good news, because it means that none of my overlaps cost me more than I expected. I just don't know why the difference started out being equal, and now is yeah, has been so much to the point where we've had another half the capacity of the seeder before we can do. See where we are. 99%. We are going to reach the end of this row. We want to stop this as soon as we're done. And that takes us to there. There we go. Turn it off. Lift it up. Fold it up. And we'll take this back up to the shop because it is only 2:30 in the afternoon. So we go complete this contract up there and pick something up that hopefully will then push us over the top of that 30,000 and will make us just that little bit more cash for today and get us set up for us to buy the farm next time, which is huge. Here we go, back up at the shop. Take this round the back here to finish off. We're off. And yeah, so we've got 971 litres of potatoes in here. We'll complete that contract. And you can see here the reimbursement. This is the reimbursement for the seeds. So £310 back for that. Leasing cost was £800. So we're going to make £22,848 from this. Collect that. And that means we are on £29,744. I want to be over that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go and look for a seeding contract. 3,500. How big is field 72? Field 72 is over this way somewhere. 50, 51, 70. Oh, 72 is right beside us here. I think we can get that. I don't know how many litres of this we've got left. But I would say let's get that. Let's do that contract. It's a fairly big tractor. There we go. It will be worth 3,000 to us. There's nothing else really here. No, that actually is the only seeding contract. So borrow items. First time we're taking something other than either a Steyr. Oh no. Either a Steyr or a Massey Ferguson in the shape of this John Deere. I don't know how many litres of canola we've got here, but we'll fill this up with this and get this contract done as well. That will be a good day's farming. That really will. So line this up. So this will take 3,000 litres. Currently has wheat. We are going to put canola. So we'll see how full this is. So that has given us 40%. It's a good question. How much space have we got? So 3,000 minus 1,200 is 1,800. I think our best bet is to come back here and refill if we need to. My hope is that this is going to be enough canola to do this field. Now, how do we access field 72? It looks like, I'm hoping it's, this corner here. Perfect. No, that's not that corner. Where is the entrance to this field? Because that is quite a way around to get up there. So we'll turn around in. Oh no, there we go. That might give us access up here. Yeah, we can. We can get access to it here. That is a hilly field. So we're up through this grassland here. That is quite a view. Yeah. Unfold that. And with this horse, you should be able to get this to go fairly quickly. Turn it on. Drop it down. And away we go. Hopefully, it won't be too long before we get this complete. And yeah, have a really good day on it. Halfway through the field, and halfway through our contract, and this is going really well. We've got 31% of the seed left, which is just demonstrates the difference between seeding potatoes and seeding canola. Canola being so much smaller seed means that it goes further. We are going to be left. We're going to have leftover seed at the end of this contract, which means that, for all intents and purposes, you know, this is free seed for us. This was seed that we were going to have hanging around for a very long time. And actually, I want to go round, and this island here is a lot of fun. We've got to, I need to try and get it now so that we go up here and see around this island to be on the realistic side. And uphill like this is, wow, that is a struggle for this tractor. What is this? It's the 6R, isn't it? Yeah. 6230. Pulling this big Porsche Pronto 9cc there. This is a 9-litre seeder. I've been impressed actually by both the seeders we've had for the two contracts today. They have both been nice, big seeders that have allowed us to get these jobs done in a reasonable amount of time. Normally, especially with potato contracts, you end up taking an age to do them, simply because the seeder itself is not that wide. But this has worked in our favour. It's been a great contract for seeding potatoes, and then to be able to use our leftover canola from last time to earn that extra little bit to send us over the 30,000 pound mark. That has just been icing on the cake. But yeah, this contract is going really well, really nicely, and without a doubt we are going to have the money to get our farm established next time. So really, really pleased with this. 95% done now, and is that a yard? That's a little yard off the side of here. I don't know if there's a... Before I... Wow! Oh, This gate opens a house and a yard and another. So another yard on here. This is an absolutely amazing map. Another yard I knew nothing about. That is just brilliant. So is this part of field 72? Let's have a look. Yeah. So this is 123,000 and you get a yard off it. That's just amazing. That is absolutely incredible. The amount of yards and places where you can set up farms on this map is just brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. What a cracking map. I keep finding places to set up farms on this map. Right, we're going to try and get this up. We're going to turn around the end. We've got enough width on our cedar, and it turns sharply enough to do it. Right, yeah. Just going to sort of snake our way around the bottom part of this field. See if we can see how long it takes before it completes. It can't be far off now. There we go. So that, and close it. Perfect. That contract finished as well. It is 26 minutes past 6. So not gone that late. Although in winter this will be completely dark at this point in the game. But it's really tight. Yeah, through here and out here to get into that field. But I'm loving that. That is absolutely awesome. The road is clear. Let's head on. We take this back here, see where we are, and yeah, next time, without a doubt, we have hit the £30,000 mark. We are going to be getting our farm next video. And our first tractor, and our first, it's going to be a busy video. But there we go, that is all done. So how many seeds? So we've got 755 litres of seed left. So that is all good. Let's have a look at this. Complete this contract. 241 back, offset some of that. 3,186, collect that. And there we go, 32,930. So probably for the last time this series, we're going to end up, or finish, in front of the Six Ashes New Holland sign. As I say, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.